Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Just want to talk to you and connect again. It's been a little bit. I haven't had any inspiration in the market. I like to be able to speak to you whenever I feel like there's something I genuinely want to put in front of you. One thing that you want to look at, you can go to crypto. You can look at it as an investment. You can look at it as a lottery. Okay, either one. If you get in it as a lottery, like I want to take whatever happens in the news today, let's say Kroger folds. Kroger Inu coin will just pop up out of the blue. Okay, if you are the type to just you want to ride that wave and play for the big 1000x every time, and treat it like a lottery, then you're going to hit about as often as lottery would hit. It's not very often. You'll get to points where you strike it and you'll say, hey, I put this amount of money in. I'm up 5x. This is amazing. I knew this game was going to be easy. I did that. And then you also will watch it go down to the point that you're like, I can't believe I'm down 98%. What happened to my money? And then so that's the lottery way. The other way is you can play it like an investment. Investment long term, you have to research. When you're doing an investment, you research the token or the coin you want to get into so that when bad times come, you have enough faith in it that you know that you can ride it out because you know that that coin has developed the technology that people are going to need. It has the marketing that reaches the people, or it already has the following that you need. To me, it needs to address something real world, a real world issue that can be dealt with technology. If you look at like people who win at investing, they invest long term with a plan. And then when you have the plan, you figure out what works for you. You say, if the way to learn Spanish is to read Rosetta Stone for 2 hours a night and do the course and practice pronunciation, and then you learn it. In 6 months, you're going to be fluent. Then make that part of the plan when you're researching crypto. For me, that doesn't work. I know what works for me. I need to go to Spain. I need to go to Mexico and just get in the middle and be like, ¿Dónde el baño? Like I need to just go and try and talk to the people. Immersion is how I learn, not from reading books. So you need to figure out what your method is for learning and apply that to crypto so that you do something that you know works in your wheelhouse and you're more willing to stick with it. If you don't stick with it, then you're not going to do anything well. So the goal is to have a plan and stick to it through the thick and thin. That's the most important part. When you have emotional and impulsive investors, they get in too late after they see something take off, FOMO, and they get out when it's too low because they're depressed. You buy in too high and you sell too low. So many people do that. I cannot explain to you how common that is. And people would look at their portfolio balance after a lightning strike hits. Boom. And they have this much more than they put in. And they think, I'm a genius. I did it. I knew I was smarter than 98% of people. And then you look at them in 2 months and they're back at McDonald's with their hat on. Like that's what goes on in this game because they're emotional. They didn't just plan for the long term. Long term people. This is why I say we're in a bear market. Let me just change the whole channel. People that think we're in a bull market now because Bitcoin's gone from from 18,000 to 22,000. Then they say it's pumping, it's back. Ethereum dropped, it nipped down to 1,000. Now that's back at almost at 1,800 now. That's a nice bounce. It's not a pump. A pump is if I see Bitcoin do $10,000 in one 24-hour bar. Okay, one 24-hour period is that to me is a pump. This is a slow progression, but people get it confused. Bitcoin was 69,000 8 months ago. Okay, it's 24,000. There's no pump here. This is bad news. The economy is in worse shape than it's been in recorded history, like in all the different things. And here's the thing, I'm not even an economist. I'm not a financial guy at that level. I can't tell you the difference. Well, I can't sit down and explain to a 5-year-old what changes with quantitative tightening versus quantitative easing. I'm familiar with the terms because I heard enough about it. I can't tell you how inflation affects oil prices and gas, like bread, wheat. I don't know how that stuff works, but I know it's happening because I read the news. I pay attention to everything financial because I'm in crypto. But I can't break down all of the stuff. All I can do is read a chart, and it says this is the worst financial time that the country's ever had, like with everything amalgamated to a single time. This is the worst point we've been in. There is no bull run, okay? There's no money to bull run. Problem is, if crypto people want to be separate, okay, we want to decouple from the stock market. So we're going to send little hope rallies. And like we get some bad news and we're going to say, we'll show them about bad news. We're going to pump Bitcoin $2,000 and make everybody think it's like 100% pump. So we're going to pump it up 2,000. Retail's going to do a little bit of work. And then the bears are going to gobble it back up again because there is no money. Also, the bulls, the big money, the corporate money, the hedge fund, those guys aren't coming in. They don't do risk. Like if you have $100, you try to make 1,000, you'll risk anything. If you have 100 trillion, you're not willing to risk that for anything. So it's a different game. They're not coming in here right now gambling in what I guess is a risk-off market. Tech stocks even, everything is down right now, and nobody's going to pump real money in. Now they will buy in certain little spots to long-term plays. So if you have your Ethereums and your Bitcoins, they're going to want to stock them up. Ethereum's about to do a merge on September 19th. Okay, they're finally going to go to proof of stake after a couple years of waiting and a couple years of delaying. They're finally ready to go. Okay, that, in my opinion, is, I'll do a video on that next, but that's going to be a catalyst that I think is going to change the #1 market cap in cryptocurrency from Bitcoin to Ethereum. And that's what crypto people call the flippening. So I think the flippening is about to happen. That also may make it such a big deal in crypto world. I think that could be the catalyst for the next bull run, where it's usually Bitcoin is the first mover. That's the first one. I think Ethereum is going to take the lead, start the bulls, and then take off from there. And I think they're ultimately going to flip Bitcoin's market cap and stay there, not flip it and give it back when Bitcoin gets hot. Flip it and stay there. I think Bitcoin will be the #2 market cap. What I want is for people to realize what's going on in this game. If the country, if the economy is in bad shape, if you feel like buying gas is hurting your pocket, if you feel like your rent's going up but your paying going up, if your things are going out of whack for you, there's no, all of the gusto in the world from this FU technology that we're in called crypto. You can only F you so far before you're out of people. Like the people could take over crypto, right? And we don't need corporations, but corporations are the people who can put crypto on TV. So the more people know about it and put it in media and put it in front of your face and put it on the news, make it known so that people want to come by. So even if big businesses doesn't invest in crypto, they have to mention it to get it out there to make people understand, for people to put their money in. None of that's going to happen right now because there's no money out here. So we're going to have these little bounces. They're going to have these little rallies. We're going to have these things that make people have hope. And the bottom's going to fall out again. And it's going to make people depressed and more people going away. Now, that's an opinion now. This is not fact. That can't be fact. This is my opinion. I think this is a fake bounce right now. And it's not even a big bounce. I'm tired of hearing how big this bounce is and how much we're pumping. Ethereum's not even at 2,000 again. It also was at 4,500. It's still half away from where it ever was. And it's ahead of Bitcoin in that way. Bitcoin was a third of where it was. So we need to chill. Okay, we're not there yet. But an actionable item, what you can do, take away from this video. You can relax, stay calm, think of crypto long term and not as a lottery, so that you can weather these storms a little bit more. And it's easier to weather if you have a plan and you follow that plan. Get a plan, stay with the plan, whether it's dollar cost average or just every time you get a check, whatever, you're going to put something in, or just every time you think about it, put it into the projects that you believe will ultimately be there. Because I can show you some charts from 2021, the top 10 chart, and see if right now the top 10 is still the same. Then we can go back to 2017 and look at the top 10 chart. See how many of those companies are still here in the top 10 or even available, even still alive doing crypto. Go back further to 2013. And let's look at the top 10 chart and see if you recognize any of those names beside Bitcoin. Like, this is what I mean. Even the top 10 is not safe from getting bellied up, as we saw with your Lunas. You know, we still see Solana going down. We see all kind of stuff happening. You're not safe per se anywhere, really, except Bitcoin and Ethereum, and possibly some other stuff that we don't see. So the point is, do your work, do the research, learn all you can, and then move slow, but don't stop moving. That's the way you make your money here. So if I'm gambling in crypto, I'm a gambling person, and I say I'm gonna get into crypto and gamble some more because I'm a good gambler. I know how to do it. But am I rich? No. So gambling probably didn't work right. Okay. I'm gonna try this differently. I want to look at rich people, see what they do, and then mold those steps that they do and the goals that they're trying to achieve, mold them to fit my personality so that it's easy for me to continue to stay consistent in this game. But with the ultimate goal that they use, because they know how to get and hold money. It'll be hard when it spikes down a little bit, it'll hurt a little bit, it'll suck, of course. But you'll be good because you know in a year, in 6 months, in 10 years, whatever it is, Bitcoin may be $1 million. Like, stuff's going to get so big and loopy that it'll probably change your life. But what I want you to do is stay calm. Quit listening to people who think this is a bull, it's a bear, it's a bull, it's a bear. ETH's pumping, it's not. Bitcoin's pumping, it's not. Just everybody relax. It's down. It's going to be down for a little bit longer. Ultimately, it'll come back up. You keep buying in slowly in a way that you don't hurt yourself, but you stay involved, and you're going to be aces. But if you wanted actionable items, here's the thing. If you want actionable items, what you could do is you could leave a like. Why? Because I asked you to. I don't know. I don't always do it, but I see YouTube say, ask them for a like. I don't like asking people for a like. I want you to like it because you liked it. But I ask you for it anyway. So if you can leave me a like, that would be awesome. That's also an actionable item. You made it this far, which means you watched it to the end. So you already did one of the things I was going to ask you to do. Watch every minute of the video. And then you can subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. And you can see more of my blatherings as I put them out for the public to ridicule me. And then what you could also do is tell a friend, which would really be amazing. I feel like just shaking your hand if you do that. So yeah, those are some other actionable items you could do. I want to get out of here, guys. Take care. If you have some time on your hand, you want to look at some more videos, I'd love for you to take a peek at my the last video I did here. Talked about long-term plans and what things you can do, and that would be awesome if you did that. Take care of yourself, enjoy your day, and I hope you make some money out there.